Hi, I'm Stephen, a product manager at Crunchr. Crunchr is a global people analytics solution active in over 60 countries, and our mission is to unleash the potential of your workforce. And this video is part of a series where we answer everyday HR and business related challenges with Crunchr. Today we're focusing on the following case. The CIO has received a request from the CEO to reduce costs in the IT department through a restructuring effort. And he doesn't know where to start. And he's asked me, the HRBP, for recommendations on where to optimize costs. So let's take a look at this case in Crunchr. So the first thing I need to do is make sure that we're looking at the right people group. So I've already set my contract type to permanent, but I'm also going to have a look at specifically the IT functional area. So I'm going to start searching for functional area, and I'm going to choose information technology. And we can start having a look at some metrics to do with this group of people. So we can see that there's a headcount of 479. We can see a bunch of different statistics. And one of them that will be interesting for this question, which is a restructuring effort, is to have a look at the structure. So within structure, I can see that the manager percentage is quite high, 17.1%. And in fact, if I click into this and dive deeper, I can see that in the underlying departments, cybersecurity has a manager percentage of 24.2%. So a quarter of the people in cybersecurity are managers, which seems like quite a bit. So I'm going to investigate this further. In the side panel, by the way, I can read more about the metric and I can have a look at the trend. But for now, what I'm going to do is make sure that we look at this group of people and investigate the different aspects of the structure in that group. So I'm going to go into functional area, and then I'm going to select cybersecurity, and we're going to zero in on these 124 people. So there's a headcount of 124. There's quite a high rate of managers, percentage of managers, and let's have a look at some of the structure pages in Crunchr to dive deeper. So we have the structure overview, and the reporting layers and span of control. And the first thing I'm going to do is actually go into reporting layers. And here we can start looking into the different aspects of reporting layers. And what's quite interesting is you can see the whole reporting chain here at the bottom. And here I can see that a cybersecurity manager is reporting into another cybersecurity manager. So this is showing some inefficiencies in this group that we might want to tackle. I can also go into span of control, and I can have a look at more information about the span of control and how it's been changing, but I can also click into some of these groups. So for example, in the reporting layer 3, I see a high span of control, and I can see here that the head of cybersecurity has a direct span of 24 people. So 24 people are reporting into the head of cybersecurity, which is quite a bit. So there are some different challenges related to structure in this group. So how are we going to approach this? Well, in organizational efficiency, I can select some new targets, and I can see whether that's going to change anything or whether that's going to give a different positive outlook. So as we already saw in layer 3, there was a high span of control. And in layer 4 and 5, I can see that actually the span of control is quite low. So I've set some new targets here. I'm going to bring this 24 down to 12, and in these layers, I'm going to set a new target and see what that means. What is the predicted cost reduction and potential manager reduction? So as I scroll down and I see the actuals versus the custom targets, I can also see some idea of what results might come out of this change if we reduce some of the targets and increase some of the targets. Here I can see that we would be able to save about 50%. We would bring the potential manager reduction by 50%, so bring that down by 13 FTE. And I can also see that we would save about 1.26 million euros as a very rough estimate by tackling this organizational inefficiency. So these are some interesting insights that I can bring back to the CIO, responding to the request of having a look at where to start in terms of a restructuring effort in the IT department. And I hope this was useful to you, and this is just one of the many business challenges that Crunchr can help your organization to answer. And thanks for watching. And if you want to learn more about our platform, feel free to reach out to us on our website.